Mic checker, chicka chicka chicka. It's not some, baby. Yeah, a one time, baby. What for your mind, baby? Yeah, we gon' shine, baby. And what we do, we gon' grind, baby. Yeah, what? And this is another episode, so, of Swingers After Dark. And this is your host. Not son, baby. Here we go. You know, one thing I pride myself on is not using my platform, my beloved podcast, as a gossip site. You know, I don't gossip. You understand me? Even when I interview people who have beef, who have infamous beefs with other individuals in a swinger community, you know, I don't do that messy shit. You understand me? Because at the end of the day, people don't give a fuck. It's like we're not famous to the point where people care about people in the swing lifestyle beefing. The general public don't give a fuck. This podcast is utilized as a learning tool. You understand me? So people could understand the swinger lifestyle, whether they want to indulge or they're already in the lifestyle. So I did not set up this podcast to start fires, to instigate wars, because I don't want blood on my hands when shit goes left. You understand me? And I said all that to say, in my opinion, it's not masculine, it's not manly for males to go online and talk about other people's relationships. You feel me? Like you could give your perspective about what might have went wrong. You know, you could say, well, this relationship went wrong because of XYZ, because ABC. You know, you could give your perspective to use that relationship as a learning tool so you could teach others and also remind yourself of how you should move. But to flat out, like, say conjectures and to embellish stories and to give out misinformation and also disinformation, because misinformation is when you don't give the truth. You know, it's like you're giving information that's not correct, that's not right and exact. You know, that's misinformation. Disinformation is when you purposely falsify the story just to paint a certain person or people in a negative light. You're pretty much gaslighting. You know, you're clout chasing. That's what misinformation, the difference between misinformation and disinformation. And I chose to do neither. When I interview people from the standpoint of edutainment. Yeah, I may talk my shit. You know, I may, be goofy sometimes. But for the most part, it's for the listener, you, to grasp the understanding of what people go through in a swinger lifestyle, the do's and don'ts. So I could show you the do's and don'ts on what work and what not to work. You understand me? And when I have people on my channel, on my podcast, I don't talk about their personal issues with other people. I may allude to it. I may ask a question about how they should handle their beefs. But I'm not going to flat out say, I heard you had beef with Johnny. I heard you had beef with Becky. No, we're not going to do that. Why? Because the average motherfucker don't give a fuck. Now, if we were famous and if we were celebrities, I may ask a question. I may say, what happened between you and such and such? Because people want to know. But I'm not going to ask questions about your bank account. I'm not going to watch your pockets. And I'm not going to ask you questions about who you're fucking, or about us pretty much kissing and telling. You understand me? Like, it's not masculine to me. It's like I expect women to do that. I expect female podcasters to do that. Now, if a guest, if you want to talk about how many notches that he or she put under their belt, I may make a joke about it, but I'm not going to dwell deep into it. I don't want people to say names. Because at the end of the day, you have a lot of motherfuckers in the swing lifestyle. They're creeping. They're cheating on their spouses. Yes, you have a lot of so-called single motherfuckers who dwell in a lifestyle and they're cheating. They're creeping. So I don't want to put anybody on blast because it's none of my beeswax to begin with. But for the most part, this podcast is for edutainment purpose. I'm educating you amidst the entertainment. You understand me? This is not a gossip site. This is not a tattletale site. This is not a snitching site. If people want to out themselves, then so be it. But I'm going to stop them because friends don't let friends drive drunk. You feel me? But, when I interview people, I make sure that you get to know them. And you get to know them and how they built their brand. It's like I want to build a closeness between you and the people who I interview. And even when I don't interview people, I don't really talk about celebrities. I don't talk about celebrities, famous people, or another person. I strive to stay away from that because the internet, social media is already flooded on celebrity news and gossip. And not for nothing, the males, it's male driven. I've seen more gossip and bullshit and tattletelling from the males than the females. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, it's like, this is role reversal. It's like you have males speaking on another man's affairs. You understand me? Like, I'm not going to speak on another man's affair. If you want to speak about that, then so be it. You may have guests who come on my podcast. They may talk about their exes, but I make sure that they don't shit on their exes because this is not what this podcast is about. I'm not going to allow anybody to throw anybody else under the fucking bus. Because like I said, I don't want blood on my hands when shit goes left. But social media is a new drug. It's like a dopamine. For content creators, they want to get their views up. They want to get paid. It's the new drug. It's digital dope. And people will get money or try to get money by any means necessary. Half the time, it's not even about getting money. It's about getting the views. It's about attention. Attention is the new currency. Just like how social media is the new drug, attention is the new currency. And everybody's addicted to the currency. They're addicted to the dopamine that social media gives. I mean, personally, it's not that deep to me because this is therapy for me. If I get donations, if I get sponsorships, then that's the icing on the cake. It's not the whole cake. It's just a cherry on top. You understand me? But you have a lot of dudes who I call chatty patties. Dudes who gossip and talk too much. They're chatty patties. And you have a lot of dudes, they find themselves in precarious situations because they instigate and propagate the bullshit. And then they wonder why. They're trying to figure out how they get in between people's beefs. Like, I've interviewed people who had issues with other people in a swinger lifestyle, but it's not my job to talk about their issues with other people. I didn't come here for that. I did not come here to be messy. This is not a gossip site. This is not the net. I'm not going to say the publication name, but this is not the site for that. This is not a gossip site. When I interview people, I'm going to ask them how they get into the lifestyle, their journey into the lifestyle, how they squash their issues, what's wrong in the lifestyle, and how that wrong could be righted, how that wrong could be corrected. You understand me? Now, and besides, like, even if people, it doesn't make sense in the grand scheme of things. Even if I get people on my show so they could talk about their issues with other people or gossip and the lifestyle, the average person won't even know who they're talking about. Like the swinger lifestyle I don't even think the swing lifestyle make up 1% of the world. But even if it did, the average motherfucker wouldn't know who I'm beefing with or who my guests are beefing with. They wouldn't even know. And who's to say they would care? People come to my lifestyle channel, to the Swingers After Dark podcast, to be edutained and educated at the same time. Well, entertained and educated. Entertainment, yes. This is entertainment and education. You know, I may talk my shit. You know, I may bug out. I may wild out. I may be on my goofy shit. But at the end of the day, it's for you, the listener, to lay your hair down. It's for you to lay your hair down when you feel like that life is kicking your ass and you feel like, you know, you're tired of the bullshit that's on the news. That's why I don't talk about politics. I don't talk about religion. I don't talk about sexual orientation for the most part. I don't get in those debates. Now, I will allow people, I will allow people to talk about certain hot topics and taboo issues. Because at the end of the day, certain shit cannot be avoided. You have to talk about certain things, especially in the swinger lifestyle when you're dealing with sexual orientation, whether they're gay, straight, transgendered, whatever the case may be. You know, they could be fucking cucumbers for all I know. You understand me? And if they want to get on my platform to talk about it, then so be it. But what we're not going to do is be on some messy shit, because then the message get lost and the garbage. You know, and nowadays people don't want to separate the pearl from the swine. You know, sometimes I got to give you the funny. I got to, you know, get on my laughy laugh shit. Ha ha, kikiing. I may be jokey, you know, I may be on my jokey joke shit. But at the end of the day, it's about speaking on serious discussions, serious topics, so you can have some food for thought to eat on. You understand me? And I'm not like, I'm not with the gossip shit, because I got problems of my own. You know what I'm saying? I got problems of my own. So why should I bring somebody else's problems on my fucking podcast? This podcast is therapeutic for the guests and for the listeners. It's not for me to remind you of the bullshit. You know, even if I bring up some fuckery that goes on between men and women or people in general, it's to bring forth a solution to the problem. You feel me? It's to bring forth the solution to a problem. Because I'm like this. You know, even when I talk about a lot of fucked up shit in a swinger lifestyle and the dating game in general, I'm going to bring forth solutions to the problem. I'm not just going to tell you that your house is dirty. I'm not going to just tell you that you need to, you know, your house is dirty and your breath stank and you smell like shit. I'm going to tell you to clean up your house, take a shower, and brush your fucking teeth. I strive to be solution oriented. You understand me? Because if you're going to state the problem, bring forth the solution. That's how I was raised. Every problem has a solution. You just got to figure out how to solve those problems. And with this podcast, I am not telling you how to think. I am not your guru. I am not your puppet master, and you are not my puppet. I'm just here to convey what you should consider, even if you agree or disagree. I don't give a fuck if you agree or disagree, as long as you get something out of the conversation. You understand me? I'm not here to debate. That's why I don't accept phone calls. Like, I'm not here to go back and forth with motherfuckers, because I'm not here to change your mind. I'm not here to change the world. I'm just here to talk my shit and sell us. I'm here to talk my shit, sell a few books, and give flowers to certain people in the lifestyle, because I admire them and I respect them. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to talk my shit because it's therapy. I'm here to sell a few books, and I'm here to give people in the lifestyle their flowers while they're here to smell them. That's why I interview certain people. I don't have to do that. I don't have to interview certain people in the lifestyle. I do not have to do that. But I'm the type of person, I like to share the wealth. You understand me? I could easily talk my shit 4 or 5 days out of the fucking week. I could easily do that standing on my head. I could do that all day, every day, 24/7, 365, including a leap year. I could do that all day, every day, but I don't want to dominate the podcast. I want to give other people shine. I want to let you know that I'm not the only one in the swinger lifestyle who's making moves. There's dudes, they got more money than me. They get more pussy than me. They're more successful than me. Or men and women in general. It doesn't even have to be about a specific gender. You understand me? It's just showing you that there are other people in a lifestyle who are influential. Or if they're not influential on a larger scale, they could drop jewels. They could give you gems. They could give you pearls that you might have never considered. That you may say, oh damn, I never thought of that. That's some deep shit. That's some real shit. You understand me? And that's why I bring people on my show, so I can spread the information. And that's for you, even if something sounds right and exact, even if something makes you feel good, I urge you to Google search. Even if I say something that may be suspect, I want you to Google search everything I say. Don't take my word for law. Google everything. Google is your best friend. There's no reason to be ignorant about certain things that you're interested in. I'm not saying that we're going to know everything on the planet, but if you really want to know about certain things that you're interested in, Google is your best friend. You got a smartphone, but you have a lot of motherfuckers who want to be dumb all the while having a smartphone. It's crazy. People ask me questions that they could research on their own. You feel me? And that goes to show that ignorance is bliss and laziness is easy. Ignorance is bliss and laziness is easy. And it's like, everything is literally in the palm of your hands. But then again, humans make easy shit more complicated than it really is. Humans make life more complicated than it really is. And I'm just here to simplify everything. You understand me? And I'm not your guru. I am not somebody who you should look up to. I'm just a vessel of the people who are in the swing lifestyle based on the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that I accumulated. And that's the purpose of my podcast. I'm pretty much passing it forward. I'm passing it forward based on the nuggets of information that I've received over the years, whether I've received that knowledge and wisdom and understanding in the lifestyle or outside the lifestyle, because I cannot keep this all to myself. I will literally go crazy. That's why you have a lot of geniuses and intellectuals, they bug out because they feel like they don't have an outlet to express their thoughts, their views. And they feel like even when they express their thoughts and views, nobody will understand them. They feel like outcasts. They feel like social outcasts. So my podcast is like, this is a home for you. This is a house for you when you want to seek shelter. You understand me? I feel you. I most definitely feel you. But in the midst of me talking my shit, in the midst of me giving you jewels, in the midst of me, giving you gems, I just want to stay away from the fuckery. I don't want to add on to the confusion, to the dissension. I want to be a part of the solution, not part of the problem. That's why I've interviewed people who have beef with each other, because the swinger lifestyle is not all kumbaya. You would think that humans would make shit a lot easier than it is. Like, the swinger lifestyle is for you to be sexually liberated, not to start beef, not to fight. It's there to pop pussy, not pistols. But like I said, you have humans, they complicate shit. Life is hard, but people make shit more complicated than it really is. They can't help themselves. You understand me? It's like, people don't know how to. It's like, instead of moving the boulder alone, they don't know how to change the squared boulder into a circle so you could roll the boulder down the hill. Like back in the caveman days, they try to pick up the boulder and shit and hurt their back. But somebody came along, they was like, you having issues with the square, the rectangular boulder, why not chisel it down to a circle so you can roll it up and down the fucking mountains? So that's what being solution oriented about. Don't make life harder for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because life is supposed to be fun, baby. Life is supposed to be fun to take away your stress. And every challenge, it should, elevate. It should elevate who you are as a person, not hold you down. You should not look at a challenge as a way to hold you down. It's like a plot twist in a story. You think the story is over and you're like, oh shit, what's next? Because that's a plot twist. So don't be afraid of challenges, because challenges is meant for you to step up your game. If life was easy, there would be nothing to look forward to. You wouldn't be able to look forward towards anything. There would be nothing to look forward to if life was easy. If everything was given to you, then it's like everything would be boring. And then you will literally die of boredom. But every hurdle should be looked upon as a challenge. It should be looked at as a challenge for you to jump over. So when you jump over that hurdle, you're going to have some self-fulfillment. You're going to have a purpose in life. You're going to feel good about yourself because what you thought was a hard task to achieve, you fulfilled that task. You completed that task. And then it's going to assist you to complete the next task to the point where any problems that comes your way, you're not worried about failing because you've been successful for so long that failing is not even in your thought. It's not even a seed that could be hatched. It's like easy money. It's like easy. It's like the more you go through challenges, the more solving them will be a lot easier to do. That's why you should not avoid challenges. You should not avoid difficult situations that may come your way. How are you going to test your strength? How are you going to test your mettle? How are you going to test your might? It's like somebody who considers himself a boxer or herself a boxer. They shadow boxing. But how are you going to test your skills when you just shadow boxing? You have to get in the ring and kick ass. And even if you get knocked down, get back up and try again. And even if you get back down again, train harder. So you won't get knocked back down. So you won't, lay on your ass or on your back. It's about getting better. It's about improvement. You feel me? And that's what life is about to me. It's about having a purpose and fulfilling that purpose to the best of your abilities. You understand me? And that's why I'm not using this podcast as a gossip site, because it does nothing for me at the end of the day. I don't even listen to gossip, because gossip is not gospel. I'm not even listening to gossip. I don't even listen to gossip sites, especially from dudes who want to spread rumors and gossip and innuendos and want to embellish stories. I don't respect that. You feel me? It's like I feel like I'm losing a brain cell every time I hear these motherfuckers talk. And it goes to show, and it's dangerous, that anybody could pick up a camera and a microphone and have a smartphone and call themselves content creators. And what you have a lot of dumb motherfuckers that are projecting their insecurities and their traumas and triggers onto others, and they passing it off as the truth. And that's not right and exact. And because, you may have people who, they may have their own traumas and triggers and insecurities, and they may be able to relate to the fuckery without knowing that there's another door that you could walk through. That could be more therapeutic than somebody triggering you, which is going to make you worse. Now you have more anxiety than ever because you listen to somebody who's not healed themselves and they're not looking to heal. It's the blind leading the blind at the end of the day. It's like, how you going to learn something when one person tells the story? You have a group of people in a room, one person tells the story, and by the time it gets back to the original storyteller, the whole story has changed. It's not even the original story anymore because it's diluted with lies, embellishment, agendas, and innuendos and projections. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't even get the truth anymore because everybody have their own agenda. Which is not bad. But if you're going to present an agenda, at least, cover your bases. Cross your T's and dot your I's so you won't lead people astray and make the situation worse than it was at the beginning. And on that note, this has been another episode of Swingers After Dark, and this is your host, Not Son Baby. Check out my website at www.notsonblaze.com. That's www.nahsunblaze.com, and check out my ebook, Fuck, F-U-C-K, Fuck. It's on Nook, Kindle, iBooks, Google Play. Go get it. It'll make you say, ow. And shoot me an email at swingpodcast@gmail.com. That's swingpodcast@gmail.com. Hit me up with any question or concerns that you may have. Rate, share, subscribe, and comment on this podcast. Dig. And on that note, so here we go. What? So here we go. Chicka. So here we go. What? Yeah. And I'm out.